Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and today we're going to take a look at the Akashic Records to see what message Source has for you at this time. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, please take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Aries, by the end of the week, all 12 zodiac signs will have their Akashic Records reading done. And for those of you who think it's a repeat, I don't know why, sometimes I get those comments. It is not a repeat. I'm recording this on May 17th, 2026. And that hum in the background is the AC unit. I apologize. I have to have it on. It's over 90 degrees up here today. So with all of that said, now let's begin. We're tapping into the Aries collective now. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does the Akashic Records have for Aries at this time? What do they need to know at this time? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you need to know at this time? Authenticity. And at the bottom of the deck, we have speak your truth. Wow. Be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in. Break away from expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you will be a magnet for success. The image on this card is that of a peacock. At the bottom of the deck, you have speak your truth. You've stayed silent long enough. Stand up, stand your ground, speak up, state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. So there's a situation, environment, or connection right now in your life that you can't be authentically you in. You are afraid to speak up, or you are afraid to speak your truth. Or maybe you're afraid to say that you want to break away from a situation, environment, or connection, like maybe you're afraid of the fallout. Tell me more about this here, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is authenticity and speak your truth their message at this time? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Three of Wands, which is the Sun in Aries. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Okay, tell me about that Three of Wands. It's like you're waiting for the right moment. Three of Wands. Tell me about the Three of Wands here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Wands. Ten of Wands. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here for you? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Tower, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, Aries. I feel like I'm speaking to a group of you. You've already made your decision. You just haven't said anything yet. The Three of Wands is the Sun in Aries. It is the I want to move forward card. I'm waiting for my ships to come in card. I know where I'm going. I've already made the decision. The Two of Wands is behind you here. So in terms of making the decision, you've made the decision already. For me, Queens exist in the present and Kings take action. And so this Queen of Cups is your energy. I know you're a fire sign. Hang in there with me. So there's something here of I would love, right? I unconditionally would love to be able to move forward in this direction in the Three of Wands. But as a king, in order to take that action, I'm going to stop myself. Almost sabotaging behavior, but I can almost see why you're doing that. So this is, I would love to go in this direction, but right now I need to hold myself back. There could also be some deception here, like you haven't really told anyone that you want to move in this particular direction. If we're using this, like using a work analogy here, you haven't told your job yet that you want to leave them or you want to look for another employer. Again, that's just an example. So there's a situation, environment, or connection. You're like, for love of self, I'd love to do that. But right now I need to hold back from not only not moving that direction, I need to hold myself back from even saying that I want to move in that direction. Why is that? Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords. There's something here that you built up over time here in that Ten of Pentacles. Money, time investment. This could be family. It could be a marriage, you know, a position that you've had at a corporation for a long time. So there's something here, like, again, based upon my past experience, if I were to speak my truth, if I were to say that I want to move on from this, it would be a heavy burden, or at least that's your perception. Your perception is, if I were to say that I want to move on from this, it would be a heavy burden. However, it's already a heavy burden. You're already sitting in the Five of Pentacles, emotional or financial lack. Maybe for some of you, it's even both. So this Five of Pentacles that you're feeling, unfortunately, will continue to increase. It's almost like the universe's way to force you into saying something. That Tower is going to come in. This is what the Akashic Records is telling you. You can initiate the Tower, and therefore you get to control the Tower. But the more you delay the Tower, the more you delay universal law. There are other people, other situations, other environments that are energetically connected to you, and you're sort of holding them up by not making this decision. Or I should say, you made the decision by not speaking this decision, by not moving in that direction. You're holding everything up here. So it's like an Aries who, again, we'll use work as an analogy. Sorry, sometimes I channel so quickly I stumble over my own words. So we'll use work as an analogy. There we go. Okay. So you're at ABC Corporation, you're not happy, there's no desire to be there, okay? In your heart of hearts, you're like, I want to leave ABC Corporation, I want to go work at XYZ Corporation. Fine. It's becoming increasingly difficult for you to be able to pay your bills working at ABC Corporation. They're only paying you the Five of Pentacles. But you're like, I can't say anything yet. I can't say anything yet. And maybe there are a whole host of reasons for that. Maybe you're in the process of getting a mortgage or a loan and you don't want to disrupt your credit report. You know, maybe you and your spouse or your partner are saving up for something big and you're afraid that, you know, there could be a shakeup there in your finances. You know, there could be some trepidation, some nervousness about, oh, I don't know, once I put myself out there, am I really going to find the job that I want? Maybe I should just stay where I'm at. So there's something here. You are holding yourself back, Seven of Swords, King of Wands, from speaking your truth, and therefore you are living inauthentically at this time. You're not living in total authenticity because you're in something you don't want to be in. So using that work scenario as an example, there's a job waiting for you. There's a job energetically waiting for you. The position has been created. It is vacated. It is waiting for you. But everything's in a holding pattern now with that company, their clients, you know what I mean? The department, we are energetically linked to other people. And this is almost like the first domino, you, has to move. You have to move in order to send that chain reaction of other dominoes. You can only hold up this tower for so long. Eventually, the universe is going to come in with a tower. Some type of squeeze here is going to happen to push you to Two of Wands, finally say it. Or at the very least, start pouring some Three of Pentacles energy into the new. Tell me about the tower. You know, there's something like this where, like, yeah, and using that work analogy, you know, the tower could be anything from you go to work on Monday and they say to you, hey, Aries, this week, as of today, we're going to cut your hours from 40 hours a week to 20. And you're like, oh my God, tower, right? Blindside, just blindsided you. But now it'll force you. Now it'll force you to go home and immediately make it your second job to find another job. Or you go to work Monday and you're fired. Now you're forced. You spend all day now putting together your resume and your references and, you know, trying to get yourself together. So that you could initiate that tower, or the tower will be universally created for you. But it's because you're holding other things up here. Tell me about that tower. Tell me about the tower. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the devil. The devil came out on its side. We have the sun, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Empress. You're holding yourself back from, like, birthing this new life or this new chapter or starting this new endeavor. The devil can speak to fears, doubts, and insecurities. And I feel like you're trying to overcome them, but it has been difficult. The devil is still on the side. It did not come out in the reverse. So when that tower comes in, it's to force you. It's to bypass the doubts, fears, and anxieties and to push you towards the sun and the Eight of Pentacles so that now you have no choice but to work on the new. You know, it's an Aries who's in a marriage they no longer want to be in, but they haven't had the 15 seconds of insane courage to say it. They're slowly overcoming that. And then the tower comes in Because, I don't know, you get home from work on a random Wednesday and your spouse tells you they're no longer happy, they want a divorce. Now you have no choice. Now the tower has fallen. Not in your timing, in divine timing, because you waited too long. So now you're ill prepared. Right now you don't have the money saved. You don't know where you're going to move to. You don't know your next step. But it's to force you to start Eight of Pentacles working on that next step. So there's something here like that where you know you want to move in a particular direction. You haven't really told many people, or any at all. I don't know if you have or you haven't. It's a general collective reading. But I know that you're trying to hold up the tower and it's about to fall. Can we get timing? Can we get timing? Typically towers are eminent, but let's see. Can we get timing? And not every card in tarot is timing. If we have to, we'll use the timing deck for you. Timing here for the tower. One more shuffle. Thank you. Timing for the tower. King of Cups within 1 month. So between now and June 17th, 2026, there's a tower coming. Two of Pentacles. I think you've been sitting on this for probably 2+ years for most of you. So between now and June 17th, 2026, you can begin working, Three of Pentacles, on that new path. Knight of Swords, Three of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. You can begin maybe working or collaborating with one person or a group setting. Again, I don't know what this is for you, to start taking initiative in that direction. Or I feel like that tower comes in and it forces you to move in that direction. And this could even be something like, you know, it doesn't have to be these really huge monumental crises like you're going to lose your job or, you know, your spouse wants a divorce. It could be something like with all the pentacles on the table, you have a job and funding was cut and now it's your job to acquire more funding. I don't know, maybe that's your role in the company. And it's like you have 30 days now where your position gets eliminated or your position gets downsized. So maybe for some of you, it's like the acquisition of funding. If this is like work related and that maybe that's what you do, like you have to have so many sales or so many clients or something like that. I just feel the rug getting pulled out from under you if you don't start working on the new. I'm not a fear-mongering tarot reader. I just have to tell you what's here in the cards and what's here energetically that I'm feeling. And I'm feeling uncomfortable sitting here, almost like a squeeze. So I think the universe probably has been squeezing you for a while. I think that's going to intensify over the next month. Let's get some advice here for you. Let's get some advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. What is your advice for this? Knight of Wands. There's that Five of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. I would start looking for the new, my love. Whether that's, you know, within your community, your friend group, your social group, connecting with people looking for a job, connecting with people looking for financial resources. You know, if it's a relationship you're leaving, I have no indication of that, but maybe you need to connect with people and let them know what's happening. But there's something here about you taking energetic, I don't want to say impulsive, because this isn't impulsive. This is something you've been sitting on for a while. But this is like, you kind of have to muster up your drive and muster up your creativity and muster up your passion to push through that Five of Pentacles to get to the Page of Pentacles, the opportunity, the new opportunity. Whether that is generating more money for yourself or planting a seed for a future or starting to save money for a future. Again, I don't know what this is for you. I just know that you have yet to speak your 15 seconds of insane courage. And I'm not telling you to do that if you're ill prepared, but I am telling you that it is time for you to get prepared because that moment is coming. And if it's not of your doing, it looks like the universe is going to shake something up here and almost force you to say it. I feel like getting a couple more cards here for you, even though I typically close with the advice cards. But tell me more about that tower. Tell me more about the tower here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Kind of want to know how that Devil card gets put on its side. High Priestess, Seven of Wands, and the Chariot, bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. Again, those doubts, fears, those illusions, the confusion, the I don't know. The High Priestess is a card of silence. It's almost like the universe is going to come in and bulldoze something and make you speak something that you've kept to yourself. And again, I don't know what that is. You know, you're holding on to some secret. The secret seems to be, I don't want to be here anymore. Situation, environment, or connection. So something occurs here that sort of bulldozes this through. Now, what's interesting is the Chariot is Cancerian energy here. And the start of the Cancer season, I think, is like June 20th or June 21st. And I had said you have like a month. So there's something like that here happening. I feel like you have the end of Taurus season and the end of Gemini season to start getting some plans in place Again, you don't have to make the full move, but I think the universe needs to see something from you, that you are taking some action. Otherwise, it's going to have to take action on your own behalf. You're meant to like move forward now. That's what I have for you, Aries, at this time. If you like that message, by the way, the 7 of Cups is the 7th month of the year, which is July. So I do feel like, I don't know, you got 30 to 45 days here, my friend, to get the ball rolling on this. That is what I have for you from the Akashic Records at this time, Aries. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.